Hello students, myself Karishma Datta from Saraswat International Academy. I am going to teach to standard 9th English medium, subject social science, chapter number 8, framing of constitution and its feature, part 6. Okay students, before moving with the topic, we shall do the revision of the basic features of the constitution. Okay, so the basic features of constitution, the first one was the written document. Okay, then the second one was the size of the constitution. The third one was the single citizenship. Fourth one was the center with strong federal structure. Then in that it was union list, state list and concurrent list. Then it was residuary power, we saw it. Then we saw the unified arrangement during crisis was being seen. Then parliamentary system, and the seventh one was, that is, the independent and impartial judiciary. That much we have seen in the further part, students. So now we will move on with the eighth basic feature of the constitution, and that is amendment in constitution. When the word amendment is been seen, amendment means what? That is changes. So we'll see the first point. Compared to other countries' constitution of India is dynamic. That means very large. Okay, what they're saying, that compared to other countries' constitution, if we compare other countries' constitution, the constitution of India is said to be very dynamic. Next, constitution can be amended as and when required. Okay, constitution can be amended. Amend means what? That is changes. Changes can be brought in the constitution when required. When it has been feel like a requirement is to be like to change some provision or to change some law in the constitution, then amendment can be done. Constitutional provisions can be amended in three ways. Okay, in how many ways constitutional provisions can be done? It can be done in how many ways? That is three ways. The first way now, amendment can be made by a simple majority of member present and voting in the parliament. Okay, now what they're saying over here, that amendment can be made by a very simple majority of member is being needed, present where? In the parliament, and voting in the parliament. Okay, the first is majority of members need to be seen in the parliament, and the what second thing will be done, that is voting is to be done in the parliament. And in this way, what it has been done, changes is brought in the provisions, that is amendment has been done. Next, certain amendments required a special majority, that is 1/3 majority of member present and voting. Okay, now what they're saying, special amendment. If for example, like an amendment of a budget, a financial budget has been seen, and some changes need to be brought in that provisions of that budget. Okay, so what they're saying, that it's a special budget, right? A special provision to be seen. So what they're saying, that I can give an example of even GST about it. Many changes are brought in GST. Okay, so certain amendment require a special majority of, that means special majority of member need to be present where? That is in the parliament. Okay, and how much it should be? That is the 1/3 majority. How much? That is 1/3 majority of members should be present, and voting need to be done when there is some special amendment need to be brought out. Second, concerning the union state relation, the special majority, that is 1/3, and the concurrence not less than 50% of the state legislature is required. Now what they're saying over here, that is amendment by 2/3 majority of parliament plus rectification by at least 50% of state legislature is being seen. Okay, what they're saying over here, that is amendment by 2/3 majority of parliament. Okay, 2/3 majority of parliament members should be present when there is some concern about union and state relation. Okay, अगर यूनियन और स्टेट के रिलेशन में कोई कंसर्निंग है, राइट, तो उस टाइम पे पार्लियामेंट में कितने मेंबर्स प्रेजेंट होने चाहिए? दैट इज 2/3 मेंबर्स शुड बी प्रेजेंट. दैट इज इन द यूनियन, दैट इज इन सेंट्रल. और स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर होने चाहिए, दैट इज द 50% of the state legislature need to be seen when the concerning of union and state is required, for special majority. Okay, so these are the very important topics, that this one and this one is a very important one, so you need to remember this. Okay students, Next, if there is any amendment to be made in the interrelation between union, state structure or in the supreme judiciary, then half of the state of the total state have to give consent. If there is any amendment to be made in the interrelation between union and state, structure of or in supreme judiciary, then half of the state from the total states have to give consent. Okay students, agar amendment is to be made, right, changes lana hai interrelationship between the center and the state structure, or in supreme judiciary, that is in the supreme court. Okay, then the half of the state from the total states have to give consent. That means from the 100% of the state, how many need to be give the concern? That is the 50% need to give concern in the amendment of the interrelationship between the union and state structure or in the supreme judiciary. Next, judgment of court can also bring amendment by the parliament. If some judgment is done, अगर कोई judgment दे दिया है court ने, तो parliament even can change that thing, or also can bring amendment by the parliament. Can also judgment of the court can also bring amendment by the parliament. Okay, then there will be no change in the basic structure of the constitution, but there will be no change in the basics. जो basic structure है, that is going to be the same one. Okay, next, simple majority in the parliament can bring change in the parliament of the constitution. Okay, now what they're saying, that simple majority in parliament can bring change in the amendment of the constitution. If majority is present, the changes can be bring in the constitution. That's why the constitution is known as the most inconcerned and flexible document. But at certain cases, it is not amicable by simple majority. Okay, by what they're saying, that by seeing that constitution amendment can be done, so it is known as what? Inconcerned and flexible. It is very flexible document. But at certain cases, it is not amendable by simple majority, right? Some cases are such जहाँ पे amendment लाना ज़रूरी है, but simple majority is not enough for that amendment. More need to be seen. Next, without the majority concerned of the state, it is not amendable. Okay, without the concerning of the state, if this it is related to the state, then without majority nahi, even state concern is to be needed. Then to the mixture of both makes the constitution, that is a union and the state, mixture of both contribution, both mixture can make what? That is the constitution. That means not only majority is being needed for this, even the concern of the state need to be done. And if the mixture of both is being seen, then only a perfect constitution can be seen. Okay, that is ninth basic feature, that is universal adult suffrage. Right, student, we have done this in the further part also, that we have seen the topic that is democracy में हमने देखा था ये, right, universal adult suffrage. Okay, in India we have system of adult suffrage which is flexible, which is very much flexible. Okay, according to that, any citizen who is above 18 years of age and above possesses right to vote in the elections of the parliament, legislative assembly or local self-government bodies without any discrimination of education, property and economic standard. Okay, what right do the universal adult suffrage give? That any citizen जो 18 साल के above है, right, 18 years above, and possess a right to vote in the elections of parliament. If a citizen is above 18 years, he has a right, he or she has a right, what? That is to vote in the elections of the parliament. Not only in the elections of the parliament, but even in the legislative assembly, even in the local self-government bodies, without any what? Discrimination of education, property and economic standard, right? No discrimination. He has a right to vote and possess of voting in the elections in the parliament, in the local self-government and even the legislative assembly. Next, that is secularism. Okay, even we are done with the same topic, student, that is secularism. We have seen in the pillars of the preamble: democracy, socialist, and secularism. Okay, so we are doing the revision part of it. Okay. We have discussed earlier about the secularism in preamble in the constitution. See, it came the same, right? We have discussed earlier about secularism in the preamble in the constitution. India has been declared as secular, okay, a country that is secular, a state. People of different religion reside in India, okay, a state, right? India is a state, a federal state. It is been said as a federal state. And why India is said to be a federal state or secular state? Because different religion people, they reside where? That is in India. Therefore, the state cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion. Okay, what they're saying over here, therefore, you cannot, right? Therefore, the state cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of the religion. On basis of religion, no citizen can be discriminate. Okay, because India is a secular one. No citizen can be given special right or cannot be deprived of certain rights. No special right is for any citizen of the country, right? Any citizen of the country, there is no special right to be given. And second thing they are saying over here, that is, or cannot be deprived of certain rights, right? That person is not actually deprived of what? That is, of the certain rights. It should not be deprived. All should get equal rights. Next, state has to be absolute, impartial and neutral in respect of religion. What they're saying over here, the state had to be absolute, impartial, right? No partiality need to be done by the state, and neutral in respect of religion. Neutral means equal in respect of what? That is, in respect of religion. Next, only secular state can offer proper or equal treatment towards all citizens. Okay, what they're saying, that only a secular state will give proper or equal treatment towards what? That is, towards all the citizen. Towards all the citizen, equal treatment need to be done. Okay, next. Secularism means that the state doesn't interfere in the matters of religion or is biased to any specific religion. Okay, so what do secularism means over here? That state doesn't interfere. It do not interfere in matter of religion. कोई भी religion matters पे state interfere ना करे. And second thing, should not be biased, partial towards specific religion, right? It should not be biased towards what? Specific religion. Next, the state has to be secular and indifferent. Okay, it should be what? Secular and indifferent. Followers of every religion are free to follow and practice the religion of their choice. Followers of every religion, right? They are being freed, or they are being even said to follow whichever religion or practice they want to do. Okay, कोई भी religion को अगर उनकी practice करनी है, they are having a right to follow and practice their religion of their choice. There is no force for any citizen of the country to have a choice of only their religion, or forcefully they are to be said to believe in that religion. No, in India, any citizen of the country, if it's a boy or if it's a girl, no issue in that. They have their own choice of what? Believing or practicing their religion of their choice.